The same architectural model taken by a student, the exact same model shot by a photographer. 3D artwork, much more so than 2D artwork, can be severely misrepresented. People will make a background, it's 2 different colors, and it looks really bad because the top part is the wall, which is white, and the bottom part is brown. You don't want to have this horizon line that shows. Sometimes people don't even bother with the backdrop, and you end up with these really crummy looking backgrounds that are just packed with whatever. The backdrop color is very important. Black, white, any range of gray, depending on the artwork itself. The backdrop, it really shows and highlights the artwork. So you don't look at the backdrop, you look at the artwork. I really don't recommend you guys use fabric. There are wrinkles. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, oh, just get out your iron. Never works, you guys. It's never perfect. Paper backdrops. They're smooth. They're clean. Choose the backdrop color based on the color of the artwork. The student has a white sculpture, but they picked a white backdrop. The sculpture and the backdrop, they're just too similar. There is such a thing as too much contrast. Look at this. You have a black backdrop, a gray backdrop, and a white backdrop. Brightness of the sculpture, it's so bright that actually the photo is too stark. This one is really good. You have all these really nice areas of reflected light where you can see things looking really clearly. And then this one, I think pretty clear. There are certain sections where the white sculpture almost blends into the background. So that one's not good. It's the gray backdrop that is going to work the best. Usually this is what the setup looks like. You take a sheet of paper like this, you have the wall, and then you have a table. So you take the table, you put it right up against the wall. You got to show the whole thing. This is an image where the artwork is cropped, but look at this. This is better. It's not missing anything. Now in this image, it's way too much background. You can see this is good. This is like enough background that we can see the whole sculpture, but it's not so much that it takes over. This is usually everybody's first impulse is, oh, okay, I put it on the table and I just stand up and I snap a photo. What you're actually going to end up with is this really weird, awkward view of the artwork. You're standing at eye level. You can really see the form of the bowl really, really well. This slide, it doesn't show the 3-dimensionality of this artist book. This has really clear shadows and it looks 3-dimensional. Natural light from a window is absolutely the way to go for 3D artwork if you can't afford a lighting kit. Soft and diffuse, you'll get better colors and it's much stronger than your average light bulb. This is what you want to avoid, these cast shadows that are really harsh. This is a lot better, where you have a shadow that is there, but it's very soft and it's diffuse and it's small. Sometimes the shadow is so dark that you really feel like you lose some of the form. You can make different kinds of reflectors. You can make one that's shiny. You can make one that's just matte. The shiny one is going to be stronger, and the matte one is going to be more subtle. This one is how you have with the setup. Now you crop it, and now you brighten it. Only shoot video of an artwork if the artwork actually has physical movement. A piece like this, you definitely need the video. If you don't have the video, you will not understand what that piece looks like. People think, oh, a video will be flashier. It will catch their attention more. So this is what they do. They take their smartphone and they think, oh, if I walk around, I can really show the 3-dimensional quality and it's going to look better. No, guys, it looks terrible. To justify showing multiple views, they have to be noticeably different enough that it's worth it. Here's an example where I think the student took way too many images. A lot of these views, they're not really that different from each other. I mean, they are, but they're not that different. To me, this is the weirdest photo because it's the same sculpture, but don't you guys feel like looking at it, it's 2 different sculptures? Like it almost looks like 2 different colors. Something like this, where you might have 2 different views, and then in the upper right-hand corner, maybe a detail view. People have 2 views. One is a detail view and one is the full view. I'm not really gaining a lot from looking at the detail view right now. This is a good detail view because you're seeing stuff in the detail view that you can't see in the full view. There's so many problems with this photo. The penny is bigger than the artwork. I looked at the penny first. I did not look at the artwork. The wood grain is distracting. Also, there's glare on the wood grain. When you put a hand next to the coaster, people immediately know how big that coaster is.